JR!
I'm tryna put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really point two just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to. Made your whole year in a week too. Main bitch out of your league too. Side bitch out of your league too. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man. I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Every day a nigga try to test me, Every day a nigga try to end me, Pull off in that roadster SV, Pockets overweight getting hefty, Coming for the king, that's a far cry. I come alive in the fall time, The competition, I don't really listen. I'm in the blue moon song, but a new edition. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done.
10 months 07.
I'm a motherfucking star boy. Let a nigga Brad Pitt, legend of the fall, took the year like a bandit. Bought mama a crib and a brand new wagon. Now she hit the grocery shop looking lavish. Star Trek roof in the Wraith the Con. Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy.
Hey guys, what's up? Oh fuck. So I barely got any sleep, as you can expect. As you probably expect, I've gotten no sleep. Yeah, so but today I just landed basically. And I drove home and here I am. I put my PC back together. You know, I want to do a little stream. I felt bad for missing another day. You know, it is what it is. I had to leave Austin. Wow, very eventful week. Very eventful week. Great conference at the CPI. I was also sleep deprived at that as well. But apparently everyone really liked my speech, so I guess it's not as bad, right? Anyway, the last time I checked, Mariupol was about to be taken. Does anyone know any updates on that? There's actually a lot of things I want to show you guys today. None so far. There's a lot of things I want to show you today. And today's stream is not going to be that long, but we're still going to do like a brief rundown of what happened, because there's a lot of bullshit that I'm hearing around that I do want to address. One of them was this this claim I see constantly going around. Thank you, Elaine. JC, when did he say that? I don't know if we're supposed to announce that yet. But what I was gonna say is that I'm seeing this news going around that the Russians are... Holy fuck, thank you, Moan Mission. I'm getting these claims that the Russians are asking China for equipment in Ukraine. I don't buy it, but I would like to see people link sources, basically debunking that so we can show it on stream, because I don't believe it, right? But, you know, we do kind of need to show people that this is a fucking lie. This is fake news. We also have some more news of war crimes committed by the Ukrainian army in the Donbass in eastern Ukraine. So that's also something. This information is based on China starting to ask for multiple days in a row for the U.S. to provide clarity on the research facilities that Victoria Nuland herself confirmed, right? She is talking about research facilities. We're not going to call them the B word because, you know, that's apparently a triggering word, but we're just going to call them research facilities. I'm using in quotes, research facilities. China has raised concerns about these precise facilities. So that's good. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. What is the source of China aid? Let's just look at what is the source of that. Oh, it's a U.S. cable. The U.S. has information suggests that China's... Okay, so this source is basically just coming from a U.S. cable. We have no other evidence for it whatsoever. China's already decided to send economic aid to Russia and Ukraine conflict. Well, we know about that. You know, to circumvent the sanctions, that's not a secret. We already know about that. I don't know what's this talk of like they're sending food supplies to them. Okay. Russia requested military food aid from China amid war with Ukraine. Report. Did you see Vosh covered you? Can I be honest? I don't give a fuck. I just don't. That's the truth. The truth is, I don't care. I am sick of caring about people who belong to the past. My participation in the CPI's conference has just confirmed that. I don't see anything in Vosh. I don't see anything in Destiny. I don't see anything in these people, right? I was at that CPI conference, and the atmosphere I got was an atmosphere of the future. I just don't think we have to care about these people anymore, right? And there's a lot of things in the works. It's not, you know, that conference, you saw there was public speeches, but then there was also things behind the scenes that are in the works. Very exciting things I can't even share with you, right? But there's things in the works coming from that fucking conference. I don't think we have to care about people like Vosh anymore, right? It's good content to react to. I don't think so. I mean, what did he say? What could you say? I mean, the conference was barely released. as far as the content was concerned. I mean, here's what he's gonna say. He's gonna watch the clips that were posted on Twitter of me saying, this is what I predict Vosh is gonna say, right? And I haven't watched his stream, but I'm just gonna make a prediction. He's gonna cover my clips, where I'm giving a speech, and he's gonna say, Haas is admitting he's an Ozbol because he's saying we shouldn't appeal to leftists anymore. We should draw our support. We should draw our allies from the right. So he's gonna point that out. He's gonna point out that he regrets that I'm not yelling, and that just like in the James Hawk debate, oh, Haas isn't yelling, and he's not disrespecting Caleb's conference. And what else? He's also gonna say that he's flattered by being mentioned by Caleb and myself. And he's also gonna point out probably that he thinks the Lincoln bust is weird. He may not even recognize what the Lincoln bust is. I saw a few people. They're like, "Is that Abraham Lincoln with a mohawk?" And it's like, thank you for admitting you're a fucking dumbass. First of all, you don't even know what the reference of that bust is. Second of all, you're a fucking dumbass who doesn't know what Abraham Lincoln looked like, right? Okay, and then finally, he might react to my stream that I did with Jackson and Samira, expecting that it's going to be footage of the conference. And he's gonna, what can you even say from that stream? What could you even say? I don't even know. Like, okay, I mean, are these things I have to address? I don't know. I feel like I don't. He's gonna say we're very dangerous, and he's gonna say Haas is so insecure. Right? He's gonna say some shit like that. Haas was insecure about his beard in that stream, and he was so fragile about his nostrils, nose hair. I don't know. Some shit like that, right? We're gonna watch the, yeah, they're gonna be released soon, don't worry. So, back to this stuff about supposed, we're just gonna cover this really quick. Remove music, for fuck's sake. Suck my nuts. Suck my nuts. It's my fucking stream, bitch. Fuck are you telling me to Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Excuse me. Who the fuck are you? Great. I love when this happens. Alright, that's good. Alright, Russia asked China. I know about that, Oplex. We are going to cover that. We are going to cover the war crimes. Russia asked China for military and food aid as Moscow continues its invasion. Two sources familiar with the matter told CNN that Russia asked for prepackaged, non-perishable military food. Okay. One of the soldiers told the outlet that China may be willing to comply with the request. Okay. So, typically in journalism, when they just say shit like, two sources familiar with the matter, what the fuck does that mean? Would this stand up to scrutiny in like a journalism class about the necessity of providing sources? I mean, in any research class about how to do research on something and report facts, would this actually stand to the, like, standards considered acceptable? Two sources familiar with the matter. What the fuck does that even mean? Two sources familiar with the matter. So, what if I just say, two sources familiar with the matter report that Joe Biden has a small cock? Just trust me, okay? Trust me. Two sources very familiar. What does that even mean? Alright, well, to be fair, we're going to check. We're going to try and check. By the way, this is not considered misinformation or disinformation, right? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, Well, at least maybe we're getting to the source. This is CNN, and maybe they're going to clarify exactly what these sources are, who these sources are, and I guess why they're credible or reliable sources. So this is journalism in 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at journalism in 2022. According to two sources familiar with the matter. So CNN is doing this. So CNN is not actually just. Is there? Can we like? What does this mean? What does? Maybe I was thinking that other website was just like not like revealing the name because it's not relevant. Then I go to the CNN, which is like the source of this claim. So this is coming from CNN. The whole claim that Russia is requesting food assistance from China is coming from two sources familiar with the matter. Nothing, there's no evidence being provided. They're not even like pretending to like say that this is a credible source. They're saying these are two sources from. What does that mean? By the way, okay, according to the current standards at hand, on Twitch, apparently, this is not considered misinformation. So if Destiny or Dylan Burns or any of these other liberal is pro-establishment creep streamers were to like make their streamer headline, Russia requests food assistance from China, they would not be penalized for spreading misinformation. Because CNN can just say two sources familiar with the matter, and that's just like that just stands as evidence, right? Yeah, English 101 teachers are far stricter than these fucking journalists are. This is incredible. So this is the fair and impartial fourth estate media. Get the fuck out of here. What is that? That's just fucking ridiculous, honestly. That's absolutely ridiculous. Thank you so much, Emirio. Appreciate you. So there's this weird guy on Twitter. I don't know, no one cares about this shit, but like this guy keeps telling me like I want to challenge you to mutual combat to test your manhood. And this is what he looks like. It's like I keep telling him, "Okay, I'm in Michigan. If you come to Michigan, I will send you my location and we can have a discussion." And it seems like he keeps bitching out. So, yeah. I don't know why this guy is so eager to test me, but so like, you know, what does this person want? I don't know. It's not really relevant. I know you guys don't care. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. You see Elon Musk challenging Putin to armed combat. Yeah, let's look at that for a second. So Elon Musk, he tweeted some things, right? I'll actually show you. There's actually a lot. So Elon, he's been weird, right? Elon he's been kind of ambiguous. Like first he was saying that he was like not going to censor RT through Starlink and that he's pro, he's just kind of like being ambiguous. I don't know. He doesn't want to appear pro Russia, right? Then he also tweeted this, which he's mocking this kind of like new Ukraine, virtue signaling, I guess, which is like a cool tweet. But then he also decided to make a very stupid tweet, in my opinion, where he says, and obviously he's not serious, it's just stupid, okay? This is peak Reddit. I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine. Okay. Haha, Reddit. But then this is my favorite because I saw this and I looked at this person's profile just to see what type of person they were. Like, okay, is this a person who knows about fighting and combat? I like to explore things. Centrism, acultural, science. And this is them. So it's a fucking nerd, right? And this is this is like my favorite part of the whole thing. The fight would be over in 10 seconds. It would just depend on how much damage Elon would want to do and how fast. Nothing else. Elon is also 19 years younger. And then he decided to share a photo showing that Elon Musk is taller than Putin. Why do these like beta male soy nerds think this way? Why do they actually... Hold on, give me a second. I'm just really curious, like, why do they think this way? Why he's like, I know this because Elon is taller than Putin. Okay, for reference, guys, Putin is like, he was like the honorary champion or whatever of the World Judo Association. He's an ex-KGB agent. Very high likelihood that he has like raw combat experience, which is not even in the context of a sport, but just direct combat experience. And literally because Elon is taller, Elon just automatically is going to... I mean, I'm sorry, guys, this is not how fighting works. Height is a very important factor in a fight, don't get me wrong, but that factor decreases in relevance when you introduce experience and skill into the picture, okay? It's only relevant when all else is equal. If all else is not equal, being taller is not going to help you in a fight. If all else is equal, then it will. If all else is not equal, you will be severely damaged in a fucking fight, okay? But nerds and soy beta males just have this fucking idea in their head that this proves something. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Taller, more reach. Yes, but that's only when it's coupled with experience and skill. If you don't have those things, it means nothing. Like, for example, this is the leader of the World Judo Association, and he's an ex-KGB fucking spy. In what universe would Elon win in a fucking fight? Because of height. Now, look, I get this. I understand the 19 years younger thing, right? But he's sharing the photo like this is like the decisive factor, and it's not. It's really not. Zerka would beg to differ. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. There's just literal nerds out here who have the belief that being taller means you're gonna win a fight, and it's just not true. It can be decisive when all else is equal, but when it's not, it doesn't matter. Okay, I don't know why I'm focusing on this. No one cares about this. Just telling you. This shit pisses... I'm sorry. As a short dude, this piece actually pisses me off too. And it's not because... I hate tall people. I just hate fucking tall nerds who think they can fight because they have centimeters. That's what I hate. I hate these clearly inferior beta males who take pride in something they like that has nothing to do with their manhood at all. And Mike think it's gonna like there's so many people on the fucking internet who's like, oh, I'm way tougher than Haas because I'm 5'10". It's like, that's not how it works, dude. That's really not how it works, okay? I'm sorry. Oh man, it's like they feel so good about themselves because of that. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. In a room with me, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. All I gotta say is that you need a rude awakening if that's how you're living your life. 5'10" is tall for me. It's 2 inches taller than me. So, like, someone who's saying, like, there's so many of these nerds on DG who's like, oh, I'm taller than Haas. I'm 5'9.1. I feel so good about myself. That means I'm tougher than Haas. No, it doesn't mean that. You're still a little weakling little bitch. I mean, fuck it. Even if you're 6'8" and you're a fucking lanky, fucking awkward soy nerd, your height means nothing, okay? Like, even if we're both unskilled, it means nothing. It means fucking nothing, okay? Anyway, we're gonna move on from this. We're gonna move on from this. I don't know. All it takes is people being humbled and getting their ass. And there is a war between short and tall men. It's not one-sided. It's not just that the talls win. There is a war. There's a war going on. Sorry to tell you guys, there is a war. Why do you think we short people are still around? Because there's a war. If there was no war, we would have been extinct by now. There's a war. Okay? Telling you the truth. Okay, I'm stalling right now. I can't talk about the thing that starts with the B word, but I am going to go into fact checking and... Okay, what is this? Can't make this up. What? Alright, check this out, guys. Zelensky is an inspirational hero to democracies everywhere. Throughout my career at the CIA... What? What is up with this myth of Zelensky, by the way? What the fuck is up with that? Let me show you how cringy the myth of Zelensky is getting, right? And it's so cringe, it's reaching French proportions of cringe. If you don't know what I mean by that, I will show you. I'll show you what I mean by French proportions of cringe. You may not know what I'm talking about. So, oh god, this is so fucking cringe. I can't fucking believe this. Oh. Alright guys, ready? So Emmanuel Macron is so inspired by the heroism and badassery, or let's put it in Vosh's words, the legendary badassery of Zelensky, that he's trying... Oh my god, bro, come on. This is, you know what fucking pisses me off? Is it's like, Zelensky's not even cool. He's not even cool. But liberals think he's like a badass, and he thinks... Like, why is this someone... What? In what... You know what I mean? I hate when liberals admire someone and try to fucking gas them up. Isn't that what they did with Dr. Fauci? Dr. Fauci's a hero! Oh my god, Fauci! What a man! They just take these really mediocre fucking people and elevate them into some kind of icon. And Macron actually believes that, like, this is, like, has such charm and sex appeal, and he's gonna be swimming in wet pussy, dressed looking like fucking Zelensky. Bro, you don't know how much fucking ideological copium you're huffing if you think Zelensky's actually some kind of, like, badass. This is the cringiest shit. Oh, Zelensky, he was defending the democracy against Vladimir Putin. I cannot help but admire. Why are French prominent elites like this? Why is Bernard Henry Lévy like this? Why is there so much fucking cringy posturing that comes from France? Does anyone know why? What is up with this fucking cringy French posturing we always see? Where it's like, yeah. No, you know, don't even say this is Zelensky at home. Don't even dignify the idea. This reason this is stupid isn't just because Macron looks like he's like cosplaying Zelensky. It's the fact that he would want to cosplay Zelensky in the first place. Who the fuck is Zelensky? Who the fuck is Zelensky, right? Oh, yeah, of course. Bernard Henry Lévy has reached the front lines. Why does he have to be there? So this is the French state philosopher, supposedly, right? And he's just got to be here. Everything is going according to plan. The democracy is, yes, everything is going according to plan. Let me just make sure there's no, like, TOS in this image. Okay, everything is going according to plan. Why do you gotta be there, dude? Do you have to really be there? Do you have to really be in Ukraine right now? You actually have to be here? Really? Really? Here he is. And he's there, why? Well, I have just wanted to confirm that the democracy is indeed in motion, and the liberty. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. There's something about this French aesthetic that's really just someone's got to start talking about it, and I don't know. I got to be the first one to talk about it.
Woo.
But really cringe. There's actually like a lot of based stuff I want to show you. And I'm going to show it again tomorrow. I'm going to show it again tomorrow as well, right? But I'm going to show it again tomorrow. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. Ready? Oh, wait, not that. Thank you, Lionel. Appreciate you. Not that. But that is indeed something you're seeing right now. No, that's not what I wanted to show you. Never mind. Okay, continuing. Okay, so to me, this kind of sounds like this is from a few days ago, or this is from yesterday. But look at this, right? Is Russia really desperate right now? Russia will not ask USA or Europe to lift sanctions. Pressure from the West will not change Moscow's course. Russian Foreign Ministry. It looks like they're just saying, yeah, we're doing it, bitch. We're still doing it. It's like that meme. The West is going, please, honey, please, fuck me, stop. And it's just a Chad face. No. Z is underway. Someone should make that meme for this. Because that's exactly what we're witnessing here. Sanctions are like Zelensky pissing on the road to Russian tank is about to roll. Yeah. Yeah, again, Mariupol, last time I checked, is like about to fall. Maybe tomorrow. Do you guys think tomorrow it'll be taken? I don't know. I heard it's really about to fall. Guys, some good news, right? Let's get some hopium in this. Kherson is a city in southern Ukraine. The city's been taken over by Russians. So I really want to pose this to the anti-Russian leftists who are like vaguely MLs or whatever. What do you think about the fact that the Communist Party was banned in Ukraine and that when the Russians took over, communists were allowed to reappear. What do you think about that? Are these just fake communists to you? I mean, even whether we want to call them real communists or fake communists, Ukraine banned them. They were outlawed in Ukraine. Russia came in. I mean, it's kind of weird. Isn't it weird that a Nazi fascist force like Russia would allow for a communist party to reemerge? Oh, I'm sorry. These aren't real communists. The real communists are the anarcho-communists fighting alongside the Azov neo-Nazis. By the way, I'm not exaggerating or being hyperbolic. I'm not being hyperbolic. That's literally true. There are literally anarchists fighting alongside neo-Nazis in the Azov battalion in Ukraine right now. And these are the people that are claiming they're the real communists and the real leftists, and that these ones are just fake fascists in disguise. If they're fascists in disguise, why aren't they allied to neo-Nazis in the way that you are on the front lines? It's pretty interesting. Also, Dylan Burns is spreading misinformation, right? He's claiming that the Donetsk and Lugansk Russian-backed rebels have neo-Nazi militias from the Russian National Unity Movement fighting for them. If you really think this war is about denazification, you're a schmuck. But the thing is, the RNU is banned in Russia. They don't have any presence within the Russian government. They're not sanctioned by the Russian government. You can try and maybe make the argument that the Russian government is covertly supporting them at certain times in Eastern Ukraine, and we would have to check the veracity of those reports. But Russia doesn't allow neo-Nazis to march in Moscow and march in St. Petersburg like the Ukrainian government does on the anniversary of the Maidan. Russia doesn't tolerate any such thing, right? Do you think the situation turned into World War III? Actually, I do. I actually do think... Can you guys please... hear me out here. I really do think that the possibility of a nuclear war is very real now. And here's why. Okay? So check this out. This is pretty fucking, scary. So, if you don't remember, Russia said that it was going to consider all of the convoys that are entering Ukraine as fair game, meaning they're going to bomb NATO convoys entering Ukraine to supply the Ukrainian military with weapons. They're going to bomb those. But according to NATO, if a single projectile, a single bullet hits a convoy that is delivering arms to Ukraine, NATO will consider it a trigger for Article 5. Now, this is one of those moments where someone's going to have to blink, but it's no joke. This is no joke. Because Russia has publicly made the statement that it is going to target convoys delivering arms to the Ukrainian military. NATO's responding by saying that if it does so, it'll trigger Article 5. Is Russia going to back down on what it just said and lose credibility and legitimacy? Well, the thing is, Russians don't back down. They don't make threats that they don't act upon, right? Russians have never made threats that they don't see through and act upon. They don't make threats. They only make promises. So I think we can almost guarantee that Russia is going to target these convoys coming into Ukraine. So the question is NATO going to trigger Article 5 and unleash a nuclear war? Hopefully, there won't be a nuclear war. I just doubt that. I think there will be a nuclear war if Article 5 is triggered in relation to Ukraine. And I think everyone watching this should seriously consider the possibility. World War III would be the best case scenario. A nuclear war is not going to be a world war. It's just going to be the complete destruction of Europe and possibly the destruction of large parts of the United States as well. Will China help Russia? I mean, in that doomsday scenario, the question would be what would happen. It's like Fallout 5 or something, right? This is a post-apocalyptic scenario. I need people to understand that Article 5 means nuclear war. Okay. And it's pretty interesting that NATO is, this is, so to be clear, let me just explain to you why, if there's a nuclear war, it's NATO's fault. Russia's doing something in Ukraine all the way over there, right? It's fighting Ukraine right now, and it's saying armed convoys that are delivering munitions and arms and things that are used to kill Russians, they're going to bomb those. NATO is saying, you know what, Russia? We're just going to risk the nuclear annihilation of both Europe and America in order to send fucking guns to the Ukrainian military, which doesn't even have a chance against you to begin with. NATO is endangering all of us. All of us. We're all being held hostage by NATO's little adventure in Ukraine and its vain attempt to rally around Zelensky, the President Zelensky, how honorable, how noble, Zelensky, he is such a Zelensky. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. We are all being held hostage by NATO's little fucking adventure in Ukraine. You know what? Let's just be fucking God-honest Americans. We had a Cold War with the Soviet Union and Soviet Russia for nearly half a century. Ukraine has always been theirs. It's theirs. It's part of their sphere. Why are we being greedy, right? The Soviet Union is gone. The Cold War is over. Why do we need to take Ukraine? Why do we have this idea that we're going to take Ukraine and we're going to endanger a nuclear war that can wipe all of us out? Why? What do we, the American people, gain from that is my fucking question. What do we gain from trying to take Ukraine from Russia's sphere of influence? To be fair, Russia attacked Ukraine. You know what? If you know the details of what happened in Ukraine, you can go ahead and say something like that, right? But you don't. Because if you did know them, you wouldn't be able to say anything like that. If you want to be fair, look up the actual details of how this fucking panned out. Because no, it's not as simple as Kamala Harris tried to claim that Russia's a big country and Ukraine's a small country, and a big country invaded a small country. It's as simple as that. You know, Kamala fucking Harris literally said that. She's so fucking manipulative that she actually had the gall to say something as fucking stupid and manipulative as that. We literally mocked this talking point, but she said it ad verbatim. She said it ad verbatim. Okay, this is like unreal. Okay, look what she said.
Watching any level of news, even what's going
country is
United States.
So
okay, look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is already fucking like not true, because Ukraine is a country in Europe. I mean, technically, but it's not part of Western Europe, which is what most people think of when they think of Europe. Ukraine is part of the Slavic world, and the Eastern Slavic world more specifically. And besides, there is no continental distinction between Europe and Asia. It's one continuous landmass. It's a political distinction.
So Ukraine is a country.
By the way, this is the future president of the United States, and she is knowingly manipulating the audience into like the most absurd simplification of the events of what's going on.
In Europe, it exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong. Mm-hmm. And it goes against everything that we stand for.
Okay, so this is how our elites, and this is like shamelessly how the mass media is spinning the situation when it comes to Russia's special military operation in Ukraine. Russia's a big country that is trying to swallow a small country. No. No. The small country in question is a country that experienced a coup in 2014 led by fiercely anti-Russian elements There's a huge Russian-speaking population within Ukraine that have been under fire and have been dehumanized and have been under attack since then. Ukraine is now pledging to join NATO, even after Crimea decided to join Russia, which the Ukrainian government rejects. Ukraine joining NATO endangers the very existence of Russia. Ukraine, the small country of Ukraine, has murdered over 13,000 Russians in eastern Ukraine for over 8 years. Maybe this conflict is not as simple as our mainstream media and our deep state and our elites are trying to persuade us it is. Maybe it's just not that fucking simple. But this is the future president of the United States if Donald Trump does not win in 2024. If Donald Trump does not win in 2024, this is our president. Unless Hillary makes a comeback, which I've actually been hearing about, and I hope she does make a comeback. I would love for nothing more than for Hillary to run in 2024. I would love that. Neither NATO nor Stormbringer personally have made any public statements on Sunday confirming or denying Danilov's assertion. So, okay. This is actually not something NATO has said. Let me clarify that. This is something a Ukrainian Secretary of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council. By the way, Danilov is the same person who said in January that Ukraine had no intention of honoring the Minsk agreements because they claimed that despite Ukraine signing the Minsk agreements, they did so under the barrel of a gun from Russia while France and Germany watched. Then why'd you fucking sign it? Why didn't you just declare war then? This is the complete lack of honor in international relations, isn't it? So Danilov claims this. Danilov may be bluffing. He said that any attack against a NATO country, NATO territory will trigger Article 5. A cyber attack can trigger Article 5. Well, regardless, if there's any truth to this statement and this claim, there's a very high possibility that, yeah, we could be experiencing a nuclear war very soon. If this is true, if it's true that a single bullet hitting a convoy is going to trigger Article 5, that's a nuclear war. But maybe this is just to scare the Russians, although I doubt it's going to fucking work. I highly doubt it's going to work. Zelensky is set to receive honorary knighthood from the United Kingdom. Oh boy. Zelensky is going to be a knight. He's going to be knighted by the UK. He's going to be an honorary knight. Oh boy. Base. Thank you, Mouse.
Swag.
Thank you, Nice. Appreciate you. Mouse, thank you. Appreciate you so much. That's news. There's a lot of good stuff I want to show you guys. But Oz, I'm an anti-imperialist, but what are your thoughts on civilian deaths that still happen under the invasion? I think they're a tragedy. I don't like to see civilians die. I obviously don't applaud that. But the question is, who do you blame? I don't blame Russia, and I don't blame Putin. I blame NATO. I blame the Ukrainian government. And I blame the Azov battalion. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for the ceaseless threats and saber rattling that was coming from NATO's side. And it wouldn't have happened if there wasn't a coup an illegal coup, I should add, in 2014, targeting Ukraine. Whole thing is a show. Anyway, guys, told you this was going to be a short stream. Uh-oh! Sorry, guys. I just wanted to do a quick little thing. I know it's really early, but I kind of want to reset my sleep schedule to have a better chance to stream earlier. Tomorrow's stream, I want to do like an 8-hour stream or something, right? It's going to be a really long stream, really like high intensity coverage. I didn't get any sleep, guys. I wanted to come home from the airport to give you something. I don't want to leave you guys hanging for the night. But yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, for a long, long stream. Okay, I do need a reset. Anyway, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.